In the previous video we showed a template that displays a tab band of buttons at the bottom of the screen to allow you to switch between different panels in a panel navigator. And in the example we had 4 different buttons that corresponded to 4 different tab panes. But what if you had more tab panes than 4, and you needed more buttons, and you needed to be able to scroll horizontally when you're on a phone because there was not enough room to display all the buttons? So in this next example over here, we've got, you can see now, instead of having 4 buttons, we've got 8 buttons. And this template here was created by selecting the mobile app framework panel navigator with scrollable tab buttons option. So you can see here we have now 8 buttons, but when we switch over to, say, a phone, we can only see 3 buttons initially, but we can scroll horizontally. So if I go all the way over to the right hand side and then click on button number 8, then panel card number 8 comes into view. And when we go, for example, back to the first button, there's panel card number 1. But then when we switch to a bigger form factor, let's say the iPad in horizontal layout mode, you can see now there's enough room, and there's no longer a need to scroll the buttons. The buttons are all just centered horizontally on the panel footer. So in order to get this to work, what we've done is we've gone to the panel footer itself and we've set the container alignment to be center. We've used the same class on the panel footer container as we did in the previous video examples, but we've also now gone and set a fixed size of 100 pixels for each of these buttons, as opposed to just 25% as we did when there were only 4 buttons. And then finally we've gone and we've wrapped all of the buttons in a container, and we've set the container width to be 800 pixels, which was basically 8 buttons times 100 pixels each. And we've turned off the container float, so the buttons then are wrapped in this container. And then finally on the panel footer itself, we've gone and we've turned on drag scrolling, and we've specified that the scrolling should only take place on the horizontal axis. So let's go again and look at the component running. So let's go back to, say, the phone, and so there's our button bar that can be dragged horizontally but not vertically, and it behaves just as you would expect. So each button brings the appropriate panel card into focus. Thanks very much for watching.